it's yeah, so like right now I'm staying in a homeless shelter. Um been waiting 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get into detox. Um and yeah, it's been a pretty intense ride actually,
Yeah, I
being here.
bet.
Um, you know, um I don't want to get too heavy or anything, but the system is definitely flawed in a lot of ways, and I can say that from someone who doesn't really feel like they belong in this kind of environment.
Yeah.
It's been tough with the COVID thing and everything. It's been hard on everybody, but I think it's been especially hard on addicts and people that are just lonely in general.
Yeah, it's creating like a secondary like health crisis, where
Yeah.
people can't get the resources where they need to get the help. So now there's all these overdoses that are happening because COVID's fucking up everything and screwing
Well,
everything up.
yeah, well there's been more overdose deaths in BC than there have been in COVID deaths.
Oh, totally. But I mean, it's just the overdoses are the number of them are going up, and I think that's correlated to the help not being there because of COVID. I have a feeling that something like that is going on.
It completely is. What happened with me was when I got back to Victoria and decided to get clean. This was just before everything started happening. This was in March. I went to the detox facility. I did 7 days in detox. You're not allowed to leave. And then they have a secondary housing program, which is like a sober living program. And the day before I left detox, they closed that program. So all of these people who were relying on this, you know, kind of extra help and a way to get by, they just shut that down because they didn't know if they were going to have to transfer COVID patients into this facility or not. So they kind of let a lot of people out to dry there in that way, because I think a lot of people just beyond detox, they need that support.
Yeah, they really do.
And yeah, it's a tricky situation, and at this particular facility that I'm at now, I mean, thank God that it's available and it's here, but there are people that have been living here for 3, 4, 5 years.
That's crazy.
And I'm a big advocate that I think that it's a great program and everything, but at the same regard, what's up, boys? How's it going? At at the same regard, I think that it's not really. I think when you reach that point, you're not really doing any treatment. I think you're just kind of, sweeping it under the rug and saying, well, they're here, so they're not out there, right?
Yeah, but it's still not really helping anybody.
It's not. I think anything beyond a year, I think you're just kind of, you're really not solving any problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
you're just kind of fucking. I don't know. I can't think of the words. Like, kind of ignoring it at that point.
Yeah, well, then that's the thing, and Victoria here, it's got such a problem. It's got such a crisis here. I mean, it's almost as bad as the downtown east side, you know.
Yeah, that's what I've been
And
hearing. Yeah.
yeah, and it's quite surprising to see that, because there's areas here that are just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And as soon as, like, I had never gotten to this part of town where the shelter is, and there are, like, you can just pick up drugs off the ground and find drugs. And as for someone who's just, wanting to get high or trying to escape reality or whatever the case may be, I mean, it's a very easy fix to a complicated problem,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole. I managed to pull myself out of it, but man, it's tough, man. I got 100% respect for everyone who's trying to go through it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And I think that once you've been down that road and come out of it, I think that you do have a different perception on what addicts are and what addiction is like, really.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but like, I went when I was in Vancouver, I was addicted to crack. And when I left, I hadn't smoked crack for a year. And then when I got out here and I just got into the shelter, it's an open air drug market. There are people slamming heroin, and I'm just an alcoholic. And I now I'm smoking speed, and it's like, so I'm going into detox in a week. But there are guys saying, oh, like, don't even bother going into detox, just stay here. And I'm like, well, this, like, that's not the point. The point isn't to stay here and do drugs, like,
Mm-hmm. See, a buddy of mine, you might have known him in the past. Do you ever remember James Kilborn?
that rings a bell.
Yeah, see, he was a good friend of mine, and he went up to a rehab facility in Prince George to stop doing, like, he was like injecting cocaine and smoking crack and stuff. So he
Right.
went up there, he went through the detox, and then when he got put into a really nice rehab facility. But the problem there was that they let them go into the town of Prince George, and he picked up a bunch of cocaine, banged it in the facility, and overdosed and died there. It's fucking,
Wow.
yeah, inside the facility.
Wow.
I don't understand how he got it in or anything. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? This which I'm very shocked about. When I was in I visited a shelter once in North Vancouver, and I mean, it was whatever. But at this particular facility that I'm at now, that I'm actually staying at, guys are walking around with heroin needles in their arms. Fucking people are passed out on the floor, and it's just chaos. It's like almost beyond words. I can't see how this is. And I'm very leftist. I'm a very, I consider myself to be a socialist, and I don't see the benefit to this. Like, there's got to be a better formula or situation. And I've been saying to a lot of these people, why don't you just go to detox? And they just straight up don't want to. These people don't want to get better.
Yeah. That's
You
that's
know,
the problem, you know.
and
They're
it's
there
and
just
it
to do drugs.
and they are, and it's really sad. And how do you? I guess the question is, how do you mitigate that, or how do you, if there is even an answer, if you can convince people to stop. And the detox system is, I mean, I've relapsed twice already, so it's not flawless. But I mean, if you don't try, you never know, right?
Yeah. I still think personally the it's probably not the answer, but it's in the right direction. It's starting to legalize these drugs and starting to take them out of the black market and get all the crap out of them so people stop fucking overdosing on stuff that's not supposed to be in it, you know? And
I completely agree.
tax it, regulate it, use the tax money for fucking better programs to get these people, out of these facilities and into programs where they can really get some help, and if they don't want the help, then I mean, at least they can do safer drugs, right? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I've been here for just over a week, and 2 people have died already in front of the building. And that it seems to phase no one whatsoever. People are just like, yeah, like you chose your path, sort of thing. And I was pretty drunk one night, the other night, and I asked somebody if I could try some heroin, and they gave me shit and said, "Fuck no, fucking, I'm not giving you this shit. This shit's ruined my life, and I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Like, look, like there's a needle, like right there,
Yeah.
right?" And when he was saying that to me, I'm thinking, but you're shooting up right in front of me, like, like, why don't you stop, like. And I get that the addiction is that strong, but like, if it is a life ruining situation, and I think a problem of this herein lies too, is that with the COVID and everything, people are so separated, you know it's like Rat Park, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, people are so
I,
separated right now. We're so disconnected. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, I hate to drop the heavy hammer here, if I'm being too fucking depressing. I mean,
No, man, like this is a great conversation. You're really like you're talking about stuff that needs to be fucking talked about, Don't worry about getting too heavy. This is stuff that needs to be out there.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not gonna eat the prison food that they're serving me there. I'm gonna get a slice of pizza.
You eat that pizza, bro. That makes me feel way
Oh,
better.
oh, fuck yeah, dude. The food there, oh, it's like some of the worst food I've ever had. And I still devour it because you're just fucking starving, right? But
Yeah. Oh, I've heard food in those types of facilities can be worse than some prisons, man. Yeah.
oh, dude. Oh yeah, like it the food is just god awful. The the staff and the faculty there are phenomenal. They are just the most patient, most wonderful people that you would ever meet in your life. Which is, just God bless them for doing that, because a lot of these people have, such illnesses and mental disabilities and things like that. And 90% of the time, these people still have smiles on their faces. So I mean, that's a bit of a cheer up about it. But yeah, like, other than that, like, for instance, like, my roommate didn't sleep all night last night. He smoked meth all night.
Hmm.
So he kept me up all night.
Was he smoking in
So
the room?
yeah, I smoked in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to, right? You can get kicked out for that. So
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, that's a shame that it's like that. I mean, it's like that everywhere, though. There needs to be like a
oh,
real overhaul in the whole system.
I think that you were on the right track about, kind of decriminalizing and regulating,
Yeah.
um, to a point, because they've got posters up at the site that I'm at right now saying, there's bad dope going around. Well, people are gonna hit up whatever dope they can find. It's not gonna stop them.
Exactly, right?
You
So you might
know.
as well give them a clean source if they're going to do it. Stop some of these unnecessary deaths from happening.
Well, and you know what? I asked some of these people who are on heroin, and I said, why don't you try Suboxone? And they said, I've had friends that have died off on Suboxone. So you know, there seems to be an overlap here of chronic issues all around, let alone letting someone stay. Like, I think one person has stayed at that facility for 6 years, and you know, he's the worst junkie of them all. You know,
Hmm.
and these guys are selling dope in this place to other people. Like, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Like, I know the staff is probably like overwhelmed and shit, but it's man, some I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, honestly. I don't know.
Well, you know, I think that if we, you know, painted all of the turtles red and then just let them go on the streets, that might have an impact.
I mean, yeah, I
You
mean,
got nothing to say to that,
I
eh?
don't know, just letting them out on the street. I mean, I guess so because well, they're not doing any good in there, right? It's just sort of giving them a free ride to sell drugs and do drugs.
Yeah, no, it's. Oh my God, if I forgot my lighter, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Oh,
Oh, come on, I've got too many pockets. Oh, thank God.
praise be to the lighter gods.
Fuck, no doubt. So I've got my next step is I've got a detox program for 7 days where I'm not allowed to leave. I have to stay in the facility. And then the step after that, which I signed up for, is a 90-day program. So it's a 3-month program. Um, and I get two hours a day outside between 3 and 5.
I see. Are you allowed to like leave the outside of the facility or go into town or something?
I'm assuming I can do whatever for 2 hours, but um, it's kind of in the middle of butt fuck nowhere. So I don't think that there's going to be a lot of time to go into town or anything.
Yeah, that's fair. That's yeah. Where is it, if you don't mind saying?
It's in Comox.
Oh, Comox, I see. Yeah, that's pretty out there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like basically for me, like it like just like the drinking and everything for me has been so all consuming in my mindset and in really every aspect of my life for so long. And I'm just getting tired of just being controlled by it. Like so much so. So, like I was even telling my roommate here about me going to detox, and he's like, "Well, you should you shouldn't go to detox. You should start a business with me. We should start a business together." And like I don't mean to be rude, but it's like I'm not gonna take like business advice or life advice from a heroin junkie. I'm sorry. I tried to be polite about it, but
Yeah, I
like
mean, that's probably a smart move.
yeah, well I would hope so.
Dude, detox is probably you're on the right path, man. You're heading there. You just got to stay focused.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, I'm not having this conversation for like reaffirmation, like, oh yeah, like good for you sort of thing. I just feel like if you do post this and people do listen to it, that it's good information to have. Is that what, like, if there's a lot of resources out there, they are for the most part fantastic. And even if shit goes sideways for you, which happened to me very quickly, um, you can still get back on your feet relatively quickly too.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So, but Kevin, enough about me. How are you?
I'm okay. Just decorating for Halloween for the last month. Getting
Wow.
ready. Yeah. Always August 25th is when Halloween starts in this house.
Oh, it is, eh?
Fucking rights.
I thought Halloween was canceled this year.
Fuck that, man. We had like 600 kids show up last year. I'm betting at least half of them still come out. So we're gonna put a tube
Wow.
down the stairs and slide them candy so we don't have to be near them. We're gonna hand out
Fucking
candy come hell
A.
or high water. Yeah,
Fucking A. Good for you, man.
fucking rights. Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah.
Or slingshots,
I was thinking about something like that, a catapult of candy.
right? That's a good idea. Or just fucking throw it at them, right? Just whip
Well,
it out. Get like the hardest candy you can find and just throw it at people.
those hard strawberry ones. That'd be awesome. Everyone get in a group, start fucking whipping them.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Groups of 10 or
Everybody
less
line
though.
up. Everybody, hey?
Groups of 10 or less though, I think they're saying
Yeah,
now.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. See, stick to six, I think, is the new motto.
Yeah, stick to 6. Well, yeah, Halloween's gonna come hard this year. Come hell or high water, I'm telling you.
Oh, good for you. Oh, good.
Yeah,
It's something to look forward to for sure.
yeah, yeah.
I like on the island here, I think there's only been a few cases of COVID, and it's pretty much business as usual.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know what Vancouver has been like, but
I mean,
like
I've been off work for 6 months myself.
oh, have you?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back next month. Um, but I mean, it's like nothing's changed here really. Everyone's still out doing stuff. Only everyone's wearing masks now. So
Right,
yeah,
right. Well, it's mandatory now to wear masks on buses. I know that
buses
much.
and a few stores now. I think everyone should be doing it. We should have been doing it for fucking years. I don't want to smell people anymore. It's perfect.
Especially that strong Persian cologne.
Right? And like I have like a lot of anxiety when I go outside, so it really helps like calm me down too. I feel like I'm inside and all that shit. So, you know.
Right. Well, that's good. And you know what? I mean, I kind of always laughed at the Asian people who are always wearing their masks, but I guess they're kind of like, who's laughing now? Ha ha ha. Like,
Exactly, man.
right,
It's just a precautionary measure. Like I don't want to get anyone sick. Fuck, I don't care. I honestly don't care if the fucking virus spreads. I mean, the lockdown has only been good for me in my life, but I don't want to be the reason the virus spreads. So I'm gonna wear a fucking mask. I don't care.
No, of course. Well, I usually have. I actually just forgot my bandana at home, but it's I've had people scream at me just when I walk next to them, just because, like, I've got my longboard and my backpack on, and I guess I look a little sketchy, and people are screaming at me to stay 6 feet away from them, which I thought was pretty intense.
Yeah, that's kind
Um,
of fucked.
yeah, it was really, because I was just trying to be polite and walk around this lady, but you know, for the most part, yeah, people here, they're like in close proximity. People are shaking hands, and especially at this facility, this shelter, these people are going out all day long doing God knows what with who knows, and they're still coming back and sharing dinner and sharing breakfast with you. So,
Hmm.
well, also, cheers, salut, l'chaim, sude, nostravia.
It's just coffee, but it's still good.
Yeah, mine's vodka and Gatorade.
Yeah, classy mix. Classy.
Very, very classy.
I only do orange Gatorade and vodka though. At least it's sort of like a screwdriver.
So this is like a share. The other thing that's interesting here is so I said I'm an alcoholic, and I have seizures if I don't drink. Well, there's an organization that comes by and they give you 3 beers a day
Hmm.
and about a half a pack of cigarettes. And they only do that for a few people, but like I think like that comfortability of just, you never have to leave sort of thing, right? Like, well, I'll always have my beer or whatever. That's I think that's like a mad issue. Like they're turning people away because somebody might really need the bed, but there's someone that's been there for 6 years.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I can see how it would look good on paper, but then in reality, it just fucking doesn't unfold that way, does it?
Yeah, and you know what? It's sad looking outside at the tent city that's out there. Um, it's kind of fucking heartbreaking. Like it's like fuck. Like there are people there that are waiting for a bed, and even myself. I mean, I just got put into a really shitty situation recently. I've never had to use a shelter or do anything like this, but I think that there's people that need the bed more than I do. You know,
Yeah.
like you.
I mean, that's the good way to look at it, though. Like you're only supposed to be there for a limited time, and now you're going on to something else to get help and giving the bed to somebody else who probably needs it. So at least your thoughts are there. I wish everyone could think like that.
Yeah, it's
But
it's the people there are fucking pretty terrifying. Like these are like hardcore motherfuckers. Apparently they think I'm a cop too.
that's not
So
good.
that
That's a
is
terrible
not good.
situation.
It is really bad. I a couple of people have warned me already. They're like, be careful, like people think you're a cop. So like I actually had to buy a knife.
I
So
mean,
somebody
that's
somebody tried to attack me with a lead pipe the other night.
the fuck, man.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit.
So like you can imagine, like I'm just trying to get sober, and like someone's trying to give me brain damage, like that.
Hmm.
Like it's it's a little bit counterintuitive to seek help in that notion.
Yeah. Well, at least you'll be out of there in like how long you say a week?
I'm hoping it's either gonna be Wednesday or Saturday. I'm hoping so.
Well, well, at least you're gonna be out of there, dude. Like that sounds like not a very good fucking place at all to be. Fuck that.
It's not. I could think of a lot of places that would be better, but
No.
um, sir, thank you so much for having me on the Earth Suckhole.
This is Rant of Whatever, but
Oh, rant of whatever. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
We can have you on the
tomato,
Earth Suckhole another day for sure, though.
tomato, potato, right?
Yeah, I got so many goddamn podcasts, I don't know what the fuck anymore.
Well,
Well,
sir,
thank you, Ryan, for this. It's been a very good conversation. I've really enjoyed this, and I wish you the best, dude. I really do. Yeah,
thank you so much, sir. I wish you the best as well. We'll
yeah,
talk again sometime. And
for
please, if
sure,
you
man.
ever, if you ever want to have me back, just I promise I might have a little bit more lighter conversational topics.
Definitely, man. And yeah, you just send me a message if you ever have the ability to record, man. I'd love to have you on any one of the podcasts anytime.
That sounds fantastic. So
Yeah.
you have a great day. Take it easy, brother.
You too. See you later.
Cheers, brother. Bye.
Bye.